I think this is a fairly standard revelation that when you're stressed, you probably have a tough time catching a few wings, right? So, how do you improve your sleep when times are tough? Well, stop thinking about those tough times when you go to bed. Simple as that. All right, I thank you all very much. No, I'm just kidding. Sleep is a mystifying process of the human body that is far more than closing our eyelids. Okay, let's not get too existential about this nonsense. Sleep is a state of unconsciousness produced by our body while our brain is at rest, and you don't even know what happens. The quality of our life has a deep impact on how we manage our sleep. Yeah, imagine that. The quality of life affects the quality of sleep. The more you know. Generally, it is said that 10 hours of sleep is required to regenerate our body's energy. I've seen between 6 and 9, something like that, but alright, if you want to say 8 to 10, I won't muddle around with that. Depending on your body structure, lifestyle, diet, and other day-to-day activities, if you decrease the amount of sleep, then the body may not go through or finish all sleep cycles or phases. They're normally within 90-minute increments of your sleep cycle, so if you want to try to aim for 6 or 7.5 hours of sleep, that's normally where you're at, or 9 hours, but 9 hours you have diminishing returns. We have videos on that in the previous catalog in probably the playlist that'll be played at the end of the video. Anyways, sleep cycles help your body with a good memory, muscle, and tissue repair, and the best regulation of hormones in the body. Even your appetite is affected by sleep. Lethargy is expected when you sleep less, which may impact your concentration and energy. Similarly, quality of sleep is also an important part of the process. The night of proper sleep helps release hormones, repair tissue, and relax muscles. There are many misconceptions surrounding sleep, but many things that can be done to improve the quantity and quality of sleep. These things may cause disrupted sleep, stress, depression, or low mood. Of course. It's always a side effect, and it's always a cause, and it's always a reason as to why something is the problem. But also, a lack of sleep could also cause depression and stress and anxiety. So, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Medical issues like pain or breathing issues. Well, isn't that a type of stress? Anxiety over unresolved issues of the day-to-day routine. Yeah, that can also be addressed by you being less lazy and being disciplined. How about that? Excessive use of caffeine, alcohol, and smoking. There you go. Eating late and surroundings. How about that? Some areas need to be explored to get a better night's sleep, like your sleeping environment, what you eat, exercise, and thinking about and your behaviors. Also, some measures must be taken to bring a balance in your lives and improve the quality of sleep. Below are some tips to improve your sleep. All right, so surrounding an atmosphere. Blackout curtains, highly recommend that. I'm sure they're going to get to that. Surroundings you live in function a lot in bringing peace and providing you with a comfortable sleep. You can also create an environment-friendly bedroom for yourself. Okay, that's weird. Try maintaining temperature in a room that would relax your body. It's normally somewhere in on or around mid 60s in the Fahrenheit. Okay, so between like 65 and 68. It's probably comfortable. Give that a try if you have air conditioning in your house. Otherwise, if you live in like northern Alberta like I do, 6 months out of the year, it's taken care of for you. Block out all noise in your bedroom and try some interior with a noise insulation. If things can be done, use earplugs. I guess if you want to avoid bright light before going to bed, you can also use blackout curtains. I highly recommend blackout curtains, by the way, just for even people who aren't terribly sensitive to light. And also there's studies that also claim and even a small amount of light exposure to the skin disrupts your sleeping patterns, but more in depth for another day. Your mattress and pillow should be comfortable enough. It should provide you proper support. Comfortability has nothing to do with it. A clean and hygienic mattress and pillow may soothe your body's comfort. Hand wash pillows are free from washing machine chemicals and can be used immediately after drying in sunlight. That's nice. How about use my pillow from right here in Minnesota? They're machine washable and they're with my patented fill, and I'm absolutely crazy. Your diet. Yeah, there you go. That's another thing you can do as well instead of just spending a bunch of money on a bunch of worthless stuff. Sleep properly to maintain proper posture while you're laying down as well. Avoid using caffeine before going to bed. Using caffeine like you're just, tying off and injecting it. Drinking or eating caffeine. Consuming caffeine. How about that? That's less obtuse way of explaining it. Excessive consumption of alcohol and cigarette disrupts the deeper stages of sleep. Yeah, that makes sense because cigarettes are a stimulant and alcohol is worthless. The main meal of the day or dinner should be completed 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. Well, all of your eating should be done 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. Avoid going to sleep hungry, as this may lead to waking in the middle of the night. Instead, drinking warm milk is a better idea before going to bed. That old gag. Avoid spicy or heavy meals at dinner to avoid upset stomach issues at night. Yeah, any sort of disruption, anything that can cause acid reflux within your system or any sort of indigestion. You just try to do that before bed. It's not the best thing for you, okay? Regular exercise will help you sleep better. Imagine that. You tire yourself out throughout the day, the easier it is for you to go to sleep. It's a miracle, really. Brisk walking or jogging for 20 to 45 minutes a day can boost your happy mood and relaxes your tense muscles, leading to a good night's sleep, but not directly before bed. Just like eating, you shouldn't be exercising within 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. They don't say that here, but I am, certified professional trainer and a certified exercise physiologist, so, I know a thing or two about a thing or two. Brisk walking. Yoga may be a better option. Yeah, stretch before bed. That's fine because you aren't elevating your heart rate and putting yourself in a heightened state of awareness right before bed. So yeah, stretching much better, opening up your breathing pathways. So that makes sense. Use few relaxation techniques can enhance better sleep. Yeah, like heroin. Just do heroin. Heroin's fun. Use the breath as a focus to calm your body and mind. You try breathing techniques. Yeah, that makes sense. Box breathing. 4-second inhalation, hold your breath for 4 seconds. 4-second exhalation, hold your breath for 4 seconds. Repeat as needed. 5 minutes, calm app. Just think about it and just use it as your mindfulness and meditation. Do that either before bed or close enough to bed. That'll work as well. Controlling the thoughts through relaxation techniques. A few relaxation techniques can help enhance the quality of sleep. Use breathing to focus on your... Why are you repeating this? You can also listen to soothing music. Yes, like Metallica, early Metallica, first 4 albums. Meditate daily. Again, exactly what I described there with the box breathing. Ease your muscles by lying down on your bed and relax your body. Create visualizations is one beneficial process to relaxing your mind. Yeah, just kind of daydreaming, but it's like kind of twilight dreaming when you're going to bed. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Manage to have self-talk before going to bed. Just if you're somebody who needs to vocalize all of your thoughts, and then you also have somebody who you share a bed with, that might be a little bit tough. But yeah, talk to yourself, run through a scenario, just the hypothetical scenario, or just use it as a reaffirmation strategy as well. Negative thinking is a bad habit. Try imagining getting rid of all the negative thinking and energy. That seems pretty heavy before bed, but if you're thinking about something that's negative, you can just go ahead and think of it as something written out on a piece of paper, just crumple it up and throw it away and go on to thinking about flying. Something like that. Something light and fluffy. Sleeping habits. Going to bed and getting up at the same time. Yep. Couldn't recommend that more. Daylight sleeping should be avoided, yet napping throughout the day is going to make it more difficult for you to go to sleep at night. Seems pretty basic, but a lot of people fall victim to that as well. Try using power naps instead of long naps in the daytime. Yep, if you find yourself struggling to get through the day, just, hey, you didn't intend on it, but it ended up happening. Put your feet up for 6 to 8 minutes. Grab a quick power nap on that, or 10 to 20 minutes. Set your alarm for that. Don't allow your 20-minute power nap turn into a 2-hour-long slumber. You'll mess everything up. Avoid doing mental work before going to bed, but I thought you just said engage in self-talk. Anyways, stress on the nerves in the brain at night can disturb your sleep. After going to bed, if you feel like you cannot sleep, get up from bed and try something boring or repetitive and go back to bed again. Try doing a little writing or reading. I don't think reading's been brought up yet, but yeah, they have writing. I'm going to throw in reading as well, but something boring, not like a stimulating fiction book or something like that. Something boring, something self-helpy. So you might have something to think about overnight to put your subconscious brain to work. Dim the lights for 30 minutes going to bed. Sends a message to your body that it's time for bed. Exactly. If you're not able to sleep, do not look at the clock repeatedly. Instead, you can engage yourself in different activities. Yep, like thinking. Avoid listening to the news at night during tough times. This may create anxiety and tension. Or just avoid, watching the news because... Legacy media outlets are worthless, and taking a warm bath 30 minutes before going to bed can help promote relaxation and optimize body temperature changes that aid sleep. Yep. Avoid using gadgets. Yes, blue light, of course. So turn off your screens, or if you can't avoid, you need to be working all the way up to the point. Okay. There's probably those built-in dimming or blue light blockers that are on there as well. Just turn those on. Okay. Once the sun goes down, or if it just starts to get late in the evening and you know you're going to be going to bed soon. Little hacks that are out there. So what's the bottom line, son? There are many things we can do to improve the quality of our sleep. There are many chances that some tips work miracles for you and some may not. In a nutshell, do not overwhelm yourself by trying to do too many changes at once. Try a few of them and see what works. Exactly. Because there's a lot of tips, and then also seeking the proper amount and the proper quality of sleep is going to be something that people generations after me, you and I as well, are going to struggle with. But it always comes back to the same thing, regardless of your situation. Before your head hits that pillow, clear your mind of any of those negative thought problems, get the adequate amount of exercise throughout the day, and then don't eat garbage right before bed to just minimize your chances of a disrupted sleep pattern. But with all of that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. Why don't you follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.